good day to you. How are you doing? I couldn't wait to actually get on here today. I did miss you, and I've been missing doing more regular content. Just want to put out, and I apologize for the gap in content. It's been a very interesting few weeks. So tomorrow, which is November 8th, is a very interesting day on multiple levels. If you're into politics, listen, I have a political edge. I won't be able to get away from talking about politics every now and then on here, though it won't be heavy duty. This is not a political channel. But if you're into politics, tomorrow is the midterms in the States. Interesting times ahead. But interestingly enough, tomorrow is also a blood moon, as well as a lunar eclipse, which is going to be visible in many aspects in North America. I know here in Canada, I believe it's Ontario, Brampton or something that's going to be visible. I have to look up more, but I've been noticing the skies in the evenings are very ominous, reddish, very interesting energies going around. So here I am to do a tarot as well as an oracle reading, because I know you guys love them. And before we get started, let's just cleanse a little bit with incense. This is Japanese incense, by the way. It is not very high smoke. As you can see, it's actually called low smoke incense. Just wanted to cleanse a little bit the energies because they have been dense. And not everyone can pick up on the density of the energies. I was actually a little bit worried that some of you might be upset from my last video. I wasn't sad or depressed or anything. I just pick up on energies and I like to relay them. However I pick up on them, just so people don't feel left out. Can't always be happy-go-lucky, as much as we try. So just cleansing your aura for you. If you want to close your eyes, go ahead. Just cleansing the aura so we can do our reading with clear energy. And you can feel free to burn incense as well if you want. It might help. So let's put this aside and let's begin with, this is a wind chime. I'm trying to get more healing frequency items, get a hold of more of them. And I've been fascinated by the stuff that I've seen. It's not just singing bowls. So I'm going to tap this wind chime, and as I tap it, we're going to take a deep, nice breath in. You're going to envision that you're inhaling white light, cleansing light. We're just going to hold it for a few seconds, and then we're going to release, emptying the air out of your lungs completely. As much as you can, try not to think about anything, though it is hard. The easiest thing to do is, as you take your breaths, put your hand on your chest or on your belly. Feel your chest or your belly rise and go down. So we're going to just take 3 breaths. And as I tap it, we'll start. Take a deep, nice, slow breath in. Hold. And release. You can keep your eyes open or closed, however you wish. Breath in. Hold. And release. One more time. Hold. And release. Hopefully those nice cleansing breaths helped clear your mind a little bit. So I'm going to shuffle 3 oracles for you. And from those oracles, we are going to choose 3 groups, group 1, group 2, group 3. I think you know the drill. And then I'll try to do a little reading using mainly tarot. I've got my favorite Light Seers Tarot, but we're also going to be using the Golden Universal Tarot deck, which I don't necessarily always use. I tend to connect with the visuals of the Light Seers Tarot, but let's give it a go. And we'll pull some oracle cards accordingly as well. So let's begin. The oracle deck that we are going to be pulling from is this one, Sacred Rebels by Alana Fairchild. Now, I didn't necessarily state what we are, I guess, the questions that we're asking the universe, but where it is an interesting day tomorrow between the midterms in the States, which are kind of a big deal, regardless if you're political or not, as well as this very interesting eclipse. It seems like we've been going from one eclipse to the next. So I was thinking we should ask the universe, what new changes are you to expect in your life associated with this lunar eclipse? Now that we are ready, let's begin shuffling. For group 1, what to expect with regards to changes associated with this lunar eclipse. Well, I got 2 cards, so I guess that's group 1 and group 2. Group 1, you are this card, the Sacred Fool. If you feel drawn to this card, the image that is on it, or the title, Sacred Fool, or the number, which is, I believe, number 40, then this is your card. I'm just going to get it a little bit closer so you can see. It's a beautiful card with the imagery. I hope YouTube doesn't censor it. I've been hearing YouTube has been really acting up with censorship. But group 1, this is your card. With regards to group 2, you have Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. And the card is number 21. So if you feel drawn to the imagery, or if you feel drawn to the number 21 or the number 3, or the title, then this is you, group 2. Now let's draw one more card for group 3 regarding the changes that they should expect with this lunar eclipse. Whoa, this was jumping out. Faith in the process, or number 32. If you feel drawn to this image, or the number 32, or the number 5, then this is your card. And this is group number 3. So let me get them in order for you, and we'll put them up so you can see them better. So group 1 is the Fool, group 2 is in the middle, and then group 3 is Trust in the Process. I always say follow your intuition here. You don't really need to think much about anything. Whatever you feel drawn to, And you might be drawn to more than one card, and that's absolutely fine. You might even be drawn to all three, which means there's probably going to be a message in each pile for you. So choose your card, and as always, the timestamps are going to be in the description. Go check out the description, and I'll see you in your reading, where we are going to focus on what new changes or new energies are coming into your life with the approach of this lunar eclipse that is literally happening tomorrow. Hello, group number 1. If you chose this oracle card, which is the Fool, this is your reading. Welcome to your reading. I'll probably dig into a little bit the meaning of this card after we complete your reading and pull some tarot cards as well as oracles for you. So now let me put my glasses on, and I do apologize about how I look and I apologize about coughing. I'm still getting over a flu. All right, so let's see what energies, what new and exciting events are coming your way, group 1, with this eclipse, with this lunar eclipse. What exciting things or what changes are coming to group 1 with the lunar eclipse on November 8th? Well, 2 cards, which is exactly the amount of cards that I was going to pull out. You have the 3 of Swords. Interesting. You also have Judgment. Oh, is it Judgment? Number 20? Yeah. You also have Judgment. Very, very interesting. Okay. So I'm going to put this deck aside, and let's draw a couple more cards for you from the Golden Universal Tarot deck and see what comes out. So, what exciting events are coming to group 1 with the lunar eclipse of November 8th? What exciting or new changes are coming to group 1 with the lunar eclipse of November 8th? So this card really wants to come out. The Page of Pentacles. I was referring to this as the Knight of Pentacles throughout your reading, and I wanted to apologize and put this here. It's the Page. So I do wanted to make that clarification. So that's 1 card. Let's try to pull another one for you. Oh, wow. This is a Major Arcana card. That's the Devil. Little Devil. Group 1. All right. Let's dig into a little bit in this reading for you. This is interesting, group. Oops. Let me take my glasses off. I don't need my glasses right now, but I wasn't necessarily going to read it in this sort of order, but I don't know why I'm really getting I'm getting an interesting nudge right now with regards to, it seems, matters of the heart for you, or relationships. This is where the winds of change are going to be hitting you, starting the lunar eclipse that is coming. You are beginning to break through chains, group number 1. I don't know if you can see the Devil card, and I don't necessarily go by the exact definitions or readings in the book. It's more of intuition for me and what I sense. But I really get a really strong sense that you're about to break through chains that you might have implemented on your own self from the way you've been raised or brought up with regards to specific things in your life specific patterns, or how you view specific, how you've been told, how you've been raised to view and apply things with regards to relationships. You're about to break through chains of patterns that do not necessarily belong to you. This is why I chose to read these two cards sort of together. You've been having a rough time with matters of the heart. As you can see, this person is their heart is being ripped open. It's being ripped apart. They're in despair. Don't pay attention to any to male or female. It doesn't matter the gender. We're talking mostly about energy. I wonder if you've recently gone through a situation where your heart has literally been shredded by a person, perhaps even by a group of people that threw you into somewhat a situation of despair. This has been a key factor that's going to allow you to begin to break through these chains that you and only you have applied onto yourself. And the reason the devil is represented here and what it actually signifies, it means through the darkness, through this torment that you've gone through, or you're going through, or whatever is happening with regards to love and relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be also familial. It could be any kind of love. It could be even something towards a pet that you loved. By going through and embracing this challenge and understanding it, rather than shunning it, rather than being a victim, but it is through going through that darkness and embracing that darkness and alchemizing it that you begin to understand and integrate the darkness into yourself, where you begin to shine more light. This is essentially the process of alchemy, or shadow work, or inner child work, or healing. So through facing whatever this is, whatever this torment that is ripping your heart apart is, through facing this challenge, through allowing yourself to go through it, and to allow your emotions to rise, and to acknowledge them, and to honor them, and respect them, and not judge anything or anyone, you will eventually break free from these chains. And I wonder if this has been a pattern throughout your life. You will finally break through this pattern, these chains, and this is what's going to come. These are the winds of change that are coming to you with this lunar eclipse that starts tomorrow. You're going to almost be reborn anew, because you're finally going to be able to see the patterns and the chains, and you're going to say no more, and you're literally going to break through them, freeing your own self, freeing your own heart. And here is where this card actually comes in. This is the card number 20, which is judgment. You're going to stop judging yourself. You're going to stop judging the situations. You're going to stop judging the people. You're going to stop with the blame. And when you begin to rise and honor yourself and see yourself for who you are, and free your own self from whatever patterns of chains with regards to relationships that you grew up with, that other people told you should be the way, when you begin to integrate your own shadow with your light, you're going to rise to the occasion, and you're going to finally see your worth. This person has gone through so much, and they've released so much, which is again the sort of the breaking through the chains. If you can see, the devil is your old way of thinking, your old patterns, the darkness, the thoughts and the patterns that are not yours, controls these two people with chains. And as you rise, and as you begin to acknowledge that it's all not you, and you begin to see yourself and respect yourself and honor yourself and allow yourself to be reborn into your true self, into who you truly are, and you begin to shine your light, and you begin to accept your light, and you begin to become humbled by your light, your life will change. Everything will change. Just don't judge it. Don't pass that judgment on yourself, onto others. Allow it all to break free. Allow it all to break loose, and you will begin to rise, and you will begin to elevate your own self and focus on your own self. And this is where you begin to honor your own light and accept it and follow that guidance. Finally accept the guidance, finally accept that internal nudge that is trying to break you free from your own limitations, from your own patterns, from your own limited thought patterns. This is the change that is coming your way with this lunar eclipse. And finally, you have the Knight of Pentacles, where you begin to respect yourself. And the Pentacles is essentially the material realms. I wonder if when you begin to set yourself free, when you begin to allow your true self to come through and unchain it from everything that you've ever known throughout your life, suddenly you will see something completely different and new emerge in the material realm in front of you, which could be essentially you gifting yourself a new beginning, a new start, and you're going to begin to act on it. Where material things, love is also, like, relationships are in this realm. They're in the 3D realm. So when you begin to present yourself with this new energy, where you break through the old patterns and cycles, abundance in every shape and form will be headed your way in this realm, in this material realm, and you will be more honorable, and you will be more compassionate towards yourself and others, and you will be more open and understanding, as well as more free. That's what I have for you. Now, with regards to the oracle card that you chose, which is the Sacred Fool. The Sacred Fool is everything we just discussed here, by the way. This guidance that is coming to you through this oracle confirms that you are being driven with this lunar eclipse that is arriving on the 8th to break through the old ways, to allow yourself to be reborn into whatever strangeness. This person is very odd. They're half naked. They've got a little... the string with the puppets, this, by the way, indicates the monkey mind. The monkey mind, which is controlled by everything we've ever been taught, brought up in, which was never really truly ours. So you're going to be reborn, or you're being urged to break free and allow the fool, the radical, sacred fool within you. This person is also wearing sort of a mad hat. You're going to break free from societal constraints, which can also be represented here in the chains. All these constraints, all these limitations and chains that society has placed upon you, that you've been playing small in all your life. You're being guided to break through and allow yourself, your true, authentic self, you, to come through, and just follow that. And don't let the judgment of others, affect you in any shape or form. Be you, which is very difficult to do. Even if it means that you need to be alone for a little bit, that's also fine, because you will eventually guide your own self out of whatever patterns you have been stuck in. That is the energy that is headed towards you with the lunar eclipse and the blood moon. I believe it's also a blood moon. Rebirth. Allow your crazy side, allow your sacred fool side to come through. Don't judge it. Don't chain it. Don't restrict it. Let it loose. The more out of left field that you're being nudged to do things, the better. Because this is going to be your prosperous new path in life that will lead you to pretty much everything you've ever desired. Just follow the sacred fool within you. Oh dear, I'm dry. Okay, so let's pull. I feel like we've done a lot, but let's pull from, this is the Isis. Let me show you. This is the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Just a little something from my own culture, because I'm half Egyptian, as you know. So, group 1, what new energies or what new changes are headed in their life, starting with this lunar eclipse? What new energies are headed for group 1, please? What new changes are headed your way, group 1? What new changes? Well, let's see. Divine Guardian. That's what came up. Let me read that for you. This is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of Divine Mother Isis. Relax. That's funny. That's funny. Isis is, I channel through Isis, by the way. That's interesting. Mother Isis, relax and allow your transformation to happen. Your divine guardian protects you now. Let go. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you, as there is only divine love beneath the surface of the present situation. I don't know about you, but I feel like that's the perfect conclusion to your reading, group 1. So I truly hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Thank you for being here with me. And I'm going to throw it out there. It's not a sales pitch. If you want a private reading, or if you want to extend on anything I've talked about here, especially if you feel truly drawn and connected with, if you need more information, find me in my Patreon. Hello, group number 2. If you chose this card, Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. Welcome to your reading. I'm guided to begin by explaining what this card actually means. So here goes. And after that, we'll pull some tarot as well as some oracles for you. But this card essentially is guiding you or telling you that the shift that is coming your way November 8th, associated with the lunar eclipse, which I believe is also a blood moon, has to do with moving beyond thought. We are currently experiencing an evolution as a species. Regardless if you believe it or not, it's happening. And many of us who have awakened are here to help guide, although we have our moments. But essentially, we are here to help guide and inform you that the evolution that's happening is taking you to a place beyond thought. And that's exactly what this card is about. It's telling you that we've lived, not only us and our ancestors. We've lived through planning and engaging in thought to a point where we've allowed thought to completely take over our lives and consume us, consume our bodies, consume our minds, consume our emotions, consume our actions, dedicate how we move in this earth, how we move about in our lives. And this oracle is telling you that the new wind, the winds of change that are coming for you tomorrow, November 8th, is to begin listening more to your heart. And your heart is more in sync with nature. It's more in sync with the universe. It's more in sync with how we are supposed to be living as a species. your heart you listen to by following that gut feeling, that little nudge, that intuitive hit that you get that tells you to do something, even when society completely, the people that you love, the people that you respect, the people that you've listened to all your life tell you to do something a specific way. But your heart is telling you, there's this nudge inside of you that's telling you, you know what? Don't listen to them. Go ahead and do it. That part of you that wants to do something without thought, that's the part that's going to be leading you. With this lunar eclipse, that is the part that is reaching out to you right now through me, telling you to please listen to it, to please stop engaging with the monkey mind. And this, by the way, came up in the reading of group 1 as well. So I wonder if there is a message for you in the reading for group 1. But the monkey mind is the mind that keeps telling you, do this, no, don't do that, think about this, and then no, you keep weighing things back and forth to the point that you make yourself sick. Whereas your heart usually knows. It usually knows where you need to head without any thought, without any reasoning. That's what's coming for you. That's what you need to begin leaning into more. You need to begin listening to your heart more. Even if a specific person that you love, everyone's telling you, oh, this person's not good for you, by the way. But your heart inside, you know, is telling you that this is your love. And without judgment and without allowing yourself to get hurt, you have to also honor yourself and respect yourself. If you can, then that is what you need to follow. Follow that nudge in your heart, because it will never lead you astray. It will lead you right towards your path, which is where you came on here. You came into this life to be. So don't shut down your intuition. Don't shut down what your heart tells you. Don't shut down your feelings in favor of thought, and this makes more sense, and that makes more sense, and all of that. You're being told, ignore the mind, listen more towards your heart. That is your guidance for this lunar eclipse. So now, let's shuffle some tarot for you. Let's start with, excuse me, still recovering from the flu. For group 2, this is from the Light Seers Tarot. What does group 2, what is the change headed towards group 2 with this lunar eclipse that they need to know about? Okay, the 10 of Pentacles. I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Light Seers Tarot, and then we're going to move over to pull 2 cards from the Golden Universal Tarot and see if I'm being guided to pull any oracles for you. Can I get some clarity, please, for the changes headed towards? Okay, so I guess we got 2 cards. We got the 10 of Cups, as well as the, sorry, not the 10, what am I talking about? Ace of Cups. Got the Ace of Cups as well as the Hierophant. So very, very interesting. You got 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, as well as the Hierophant. Let's pull from the Golden Universal Tarot for you, group number 2. What does group 2 need to know with regards to the changes headed their way with the lunar eclipse tomorrow? What does group 2 need? Okay, this one just really wants to come out. You have the Knight of Cups. And let's draw one more card for group 2 regarding the changes that are headed their way with this lunar eclipse. The changes headed your way with November 8th lunar eclipse. Can we get one more card, please? For group 2, the changes headed your way with this lunar eclipse. Change is headed your way with the lunar eclipse. Group 2. That's interesting. The 5 of Pentacles. All right. Now, let me put these aside. Let's take a look at your reading. There's something very interesting about you, group number 2, where you got, where was that? Where you got this oracle card, which tells you to follow your intuition, your heart, rather than the thinking process. It's confirmed to me by the presence of this. This is a major arcana card, the Hierophant. You're undergoing a spiritual awakening of some sort in your own way. I wonder if you're aware of it or not. When that happens, that means, or that signifies, that you yourself are a spiritual leader. You're actually here to help humanity right now during this evolutionary process. So whatever is presenting yourself, itself in your life right now, and the two themes that are coming up for you are love, relationships, matters of the heart, as well as material wealth or finances. This seems to me where the areas that you have been challenged in the past with, or are currently being challenged with, and that's where the winds of change are going to hit you with this lunar eclipse and blood moon that is happening on the 8th of November. So, with regards to your own spiritual awakening, you, my dear, group number 2, are being guided to whatever thoughts, whatever you feel with regards to being a guide or being a spiritual person. Maybe you're thinking about taking a course of some sort, who knows? Maybe you're thinking about learning more about spirituality or any aspect that is different from the normal that you've always engaged in your life. You're being guided here to follow it. People actually do look up to you, even if you don't know it yourself. You are a spiritual leader. You are a teacher. You are a guide. And I wonder if all you need to do is to shift a little bit how you view yourself, how you think about yourself, and maybe follow your heart for a change. You're being nudged, because with this nudge, you're going to finally accept who you truly are, your true authentic self. And when you accept who you are, the people around you will be also more accepting and more admiring of you. And the light, as you accept the light of spirituality, of your higher self, of your authentic self, by embracing your intuition, by allowing your intuition to come through, you are going to be an inspiration for the people around you. This is who you truly are. It seems to me you might be a little bit afraid of accepting this, or you might be ashamed, or you might be worried of what other people might think of you. But again, I'm here to remind you that with this lunar eclipse, you're being guided to accept yourself more and to allow more of your light to shine through, because you're going to make a lot of people, including your own self, quite happy and quite successful. The challenges that you seem to have faced in the past, or that are pushing you towards becoming more of a spiritual guide and accepting more of your light to shine through, appear to me to be those of illusion regarding the material realm. You seem to be struggling with a limited mindset of limitation, maybe lack of self-worth. As you can see, these people are struggling. You know, they don't seem to be very abundant, but yet above them there are literally 5 pentacles but they're just not paying attention to them. They're sort of in their own little world, following, you know, the old ways, the old patterns, and they can't seem to look up. And you're being told to look up, because when you begin to look up, other people will begin to look up to you. So the guidance is to release that limited mindset and to confront it. Confront it. That's a shadow aspect of you that you must release. And when you release it by integrating it and allowing more light to come in. So you can become the hope. So you can become abundant. It's you who's limiting yourself from your own potential. And then this is not a blame game. This is simply, this world that we live in, by the way, is nothing but an illusion. If you find yourself struggling with finances or in the material realm, it's usually due to a belief system that was ingrained in you as a child, that you've come to believe and you're holding on to, and it is truly, truly not yours. And when you finally let go of that belief system, guess what's going to happen to you? 10 of Pentacles, completion of abundance. Look, this card, everything is great happening here. There is people, there is family, there is wealth, there is joy, there is passion, there is security, there is everything. But you have to release this limited mindset that you've been raised in, that you've been accustomed to. These are the thought patterns that we're constantly engaging in. Let go of this. This isn't who you are. This is what you're being guided to look into with this coming lunar eclipse, because as soon as you get rid of these thought patterns which tend to keep us stuck in limitation, abundance, doors of abundance are going to suddenly appear for you, and you're going to see them with a lot of clarity. The other thing that is coming for you is love. Love in relationships, in harmony with friendships, with, you know, whatever you consider or whatever you feel is love. You have the Knight of Cups as well as the Ace of Cups. The Knight of Cups is actually a knight is more a conservative mindset towards the love. So I wonder if you're being nudged to change a little bit how your approach towards relationships, your approach towards love, how you view them. No different how you've been viewing materialism or material wealth or abundance. You are definitely worthy of love. As you can see, this person is holding the cup, very proud, feeling very deserving, and knowing that they are worthy. And that's you. You're worthy of it. And as soon as you begin to believe this and allow yourself to accept that you are worthy of love, you are worthy of joy. As soon as you take the obstacles away from in front of your own self, guess what's going to happen? The Ace of Cups. Love will suddenly be presented to you. Joy. And you're going to take it, and you're going to be happy, and you're going to accept it, because you're going to know your worth and that you are deserving of love. And all of this also, by the way, leads back to the Hierophant, because when people begin to see these changes in you, surprised, they're going to be shocked with these changes in you. They will look up to you and they will want to follow your lead, because you're suddenly going to be exuding all this incredible light, and you're going to help others to literally ascend into their own path. So that's what's coming up with regards to that. Now let's pull from the Isis Oracle for you. So what does group 2 need to know with regards to this lunar eclipse, and what changes are coming their way in their life. Okay. So this is the card that came up for you. The Brother in Darkness. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. You shall overcome any negative energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. Stay in your heart. Let go of the fearful thoughts, because that's all they are. Fear is an illusion. Isn't that the perfect completion for your reading, group number 2? So I do hope this connected with you, group number 2. It makes a lot of sense from my end. I hope this new energy that is coming towards you with this lunar eclipse helps. And should you need any more guidance, please do feel free to contact me through my Patreon. The link is in the description. Hello, group number 3. If you chose this card, Faith in the Process, which is number 32, welcome to your reading. I am being sort of nudged to explain what this oracle card is all about and why possibly you were drawn to it. You are at a difficult situation in your life right now. The guidance that is coming your way with this lunar eclipse is to let go of the need to control anything and completely surrender. Whatever the situation is, regardless how hopeless it may seem to be, regardless how many people you have reached out to help you, you're being told that the power of 1,000 men won't be able to assist you and won't even compare to the power of having internal faith. When you have faith in yourself, when you trust that everything is going to work out for you, you are showing the universe that you believe. Trust and have faith, and don't come from a place of fear. Don't come of a place of, I don't trust that anything's going to work out for me. Don't project fear. If you're a person that prays or if you're a person that meditates, do not come from a place of fear. Come from a place of knowing. Come from a place of trust that the universe has your back. Even if the trolley that you're on, the wheels appear to be coming off completely and you're about, to crash, have faith. That's the energy that you're being guided towards. Have faith knowing that you're worthy. Have faith that the universe ultimately has your back. Have faith that whatever situation you are in, regardless how hopeless it might appear to be, that you are in it for a reason. Look for the hidden lessons. Avoid victimhood. Avoid the feeling of hopelessness, despair, and that, oh, woe is me, and the universe is always working against me, because the universe is not. The universe is ultimately you. The universe has your back. The universe loves you. You need to surrender, especially the fears, especially the limited thoughts and the feelings of lack of worth. Stop reaching out to other people. Reach out to the universe. Pray if you must. Pray to the angels. Pray to whatever entities that you believe in. But remember to come from a place of strength, from a place of trust, and from a place of knowing that everything is the way it's supposed to be, and everything is going to work out towards you in the end. All right. So now that we've talked about the oracle card, let's pull some Tarot. I'm going to use both the Light Seers Tarot as well as the Golden Universal Tarot, and I've been pulling 2 from each unless more than 2 come out. So let's start with the Light Seers Tarot. What does the universe want group 3 to know? Queen of Swords has come out. So that's one card for you. Let's get another card for clarity for group number 3 regarding the shift or what to expect with this lunar eclipse happening on the 8th. What changes in their life are they to expect with the lunar eclipse happening on the 8th? What shifts in their life should group 3 expect with the lunar eclipse happening on the 8th? What shifts, what changes should group number 3 expect coming with the lunar eclipse? What shifts? The Ace of Swords. That's very interesting. All right, let me get the Golden Universal Tarot here. What shifts? Oy, oy, oy. What shifts should group number 3 expect with this lunar eclipse? Can we get some guidance for group number 3 regarding the changes headed their way November 8th? What changes are headed towards group 3? What changes are headed towards group 3? 2 cards came out. Let's see. You have the 10 of Pentacles. And you also have the Knight of Wands. Interesting. So the way I am being nudged right now to read this for you is as follows. This card, which is the Ace of Swords, is very interesting. There's a lot of symbolism going on here, but the spiral of life is the biggest is the biggest sort of symbol or symbolism that I'd like to point out. You are, it seems to me, you are a creative person. You are a person that engages in unique concepts, unique ideas, in the form of thought. It doesn't necessarily come out as action. You like to sit on it for a little bit and cultivate the concept in your mind. And the light is definitely going to shine through. I wonder if you're in some sort of creative block. There's a block that's been placed in your path right now, which sort of explains the card that you were drawn to, the obstacle that is in your way. This card reminds you that the spiral of life is exactly what it is. It's a spiral. Things are about to change and shift for you, and a magnificent emergence of creativity, ideas, and light are going to be emitted for a specific concept, a specific idea, something that has been driving you nuts. You're about to get clarity. You're about to get a intuitive hit, if you may, that will alleviate a lot of the tension as well as the pressure and maybe even the headache that you have been going through. But again, you're being guided to trust and have faith, and don't let the darkness, don't let the fearful thoughts consume you, so that the light of this new concept or this birth of this new idea can be given some space to shine through. One of the exercises that I do is I envision a spiral on the ground, and I begin to walk through that spiral. I begin with small steps, but I literally go in circles, and give yourself some space, maybe even go outside and do this exercise. I wonder if it might help you. And as you walk through the spiral, just focus on your breath and try to engage in positivity. You might be surprised what ideas or concepts might head your way. The other thing that's coming through here is the infinity symbol. I don't know if you guys can see, but I wear the infinity symbol constantly. I also frequently draw the infinity symbol on my forehead. And the infinity symbol is somewhere around this person's forehead. So between the spiral of life and the infinity symbol, I wonder if these are some of the exercises. If you are indeed a creative person, if you are a writer, if you are a person that, you know, your material, your income depends on your creativity a little bit. If there is a blockage, engaging in these sort of out of the box activities might help you. Geez, if you could even find a spiral staircase in an old library or somewhere, I would go there and I would walk up and down and maybe practice some visualization techniques where you are leaving the old behind and you're embracing the new as you extend your space, as you go from the small spiral outward towards the bigger spiral. It might help stimulate your brain to allow that creative light to come through. So that's what I'm getting for you from here. And interestingly enough, it also is complemented by the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is, swords are more of thoughts, concepts, ideas that you're about to birth. The Knight of Wands is very interesting here because believe it or not, these are not very different cards. One is based on action, the other one is based more on concept. But I believe the Knights to be an energy of action. So once you allow yourself to let your creative process shine through, that fieriness that you had, that you might be missing right now, that you need, will come back to you, and it will drive you towards more creativity and more application of that creative spark in your world. You will have more confidence. You will gain more trust in the universe, and you will begin to see with more clarity. So that is the card of the Knight of Wands. Action, fieriness, creativity, spark, all of this is within you, and you are the one that might be blocking it, or you might simply need to give yourself some space, some mental exercises, some time, some faith, trusting in the process, changing in your perspective to allow that creative spark to come through. And as soon as it comes through, you're going to grab it and you're going to apply it into your immediate reality, which will then, of course, result in abundance. This is the 10 of Pentacles. You will have abundance in your material world. Not only will you have abundance in the form of stability, financial abundance, abundance with family and love and community, but it seems to me like you will become a leader in thought as well. It's freedom. There's an eagle in the in the Queen of Swords. At least that's, excuse me, at least that's how I see it. And the eagle represents freedom. It seems to me that you're going to achieve freedom, mental freedom from whatever is holding you down right now, along with seeing the abundance, seeing the application of your creative spark materialize in front of you, will gain you completion in this earthly realm. So that is what I'm seeing. You're going to become stable. You're going to be a person that people come to for discernment. You will have that sight. You will have that clarity. You will have that vision. You will not judge others. You will be a compassionate human being. You will have a sense of community. You will literally have it all. So all you need to do right now is trust. Whatever this obstacle is that is facing you right now, it might seem dark and hopeless. But again, the reminder is to have that faith. And we live in a time period where faith seems to be lost. People don't have faith unless they see, unless you can see it and feel it and sense it. A lot of us don't seem to even know what faith is. So have that faith, find it within you. And as soon as you find it within you, it seems to me like you're going to unlock a whole bunch of good things to come to you. That is the guidance that is coming through with this lunar eclipse. Now, I'm going to pull from the Isis Oracle for you. And let's see what guidance comes through. What does group 3 need to know with regards to these shifts happening in their life with this lunar eclipse? What guidance for group 3 regarding the shifts with this lunar eclipse? What shifts with this lunar eclipse for group 3? What changes are headed their way with this eclipse? All right. So you got this card, and I'm just going to read it for you. The Pyramid of Light. Psychic protection. As a being of light, darker energies may at times seek to interfere with your spiritual progress. There is nothing to fear and only more awareness of the power and protection of divine love to experience. The Pyramid of Light confirms that energies have been causing interference with your path. And it is now time for that interference to cease completely through loving divine power. Now, I don't know about you, but I believe that that concludes your reading, and it fits the theme quite well. Whatever it is you're going through, whatever this obstacle is in your life, let it be. Stop resisting it. And have faith in the universe that it will resolve this for you, because it will. It will resolve this entire thing for you, and all you need to do is stay positive and have faith. So that is your reading, group number 3. I hope it resonates. Please leave me a comment if it does. And as I said to all the other groups, if you wish for a private reading, if you want more clarity, feel free to find me in my Patreon. I'm going to be leaving the link to it in the description. I hope you have a lovely, lovely week, and may this lunar eclipse resolve whatever darkness that appears to be in your path. Thank you.